Good morning, students. So, today we will further proceed to the chapter of French Revolution, and now I am going to tell you some facts before starting with the chapter because these concepts, these facts are very important to understand to proceed to the chapter further. So, you can see here some concepts are written here like absolutism. Now, you might be thinking, what is the meaning of absolutism? Let me tell you the meaning of absolutism. Absolutism here means absolute monarchs didn't share power with a council or parliament. Now, you will not understand if I say like this. Let me explain this part. Absolute monarchs are absolute. What does it mean? It means monarchs have the final authority, final decision, nobody can deny, so he is absolute. If the council or parliament is in disagreement with the view of the monarch, even their decision is not prevailing, but the decision of the monarch is going to prevail. So the monarch is absolute. So this absolute power, how it came to the monarch? Now you can see it is written here, divine right of kings. It means the king was declared as the representative of God. Let me tell you, at that time, European society, as we are studying about France, and France is part of Europe. In Europe, every society, every country, or every area of Europe was ruled by one or the other monarch, and the monarch was declared as absolute because it is being regarded as the king is the representative of God on earth. Thus, it is the right of the king, it is the divine right of the king to have this power. Thus, the monarch is absolute. Now you can see here seigneurial system. It means what? Again, another concept. Let me tell you the meaning of seigneurial system. French society, like other European society, was a feudal society. Now, what is the meaning of feudal society? You might have heard this word earlier also in 6th, 7th, feudalism. Feudal society was a class based society where the king is the higher authority, then comes the nobles, the clergy. The nobles are the associates of the king, advisors of the king, clergy, the church, the landowners, the feudal lords, and the peasants. These are the different category, social category of Europe at that time. The same society was prevailing in France also. And this method is called feudal method, where you can see here feudal method of land ownership and organization. So land was under the feudal lords and the land was being cultivated by the peasants, laborers. They were under the feudal lord. This is seigneurial system which was there in France also and the rest of Europe too. Now you can see here France was ruled by Louis XIV from 1643 to 1715. And Louis XIV reduced the power of the nobles, the advisors. It was more with the king. During his reign, during his rule, France fought 4 wars, and it greatly increased France's national debt. France was under financial crisis. Treasury was empty. Now in the next clip you will see the 7 years of war. France under Louis XV now, you can see it was under Louis XV. There was 7 years of war France was engaged in. For 7 years France was fighting a war called 7 Years' War. The French and English troops fight at the Battle of Fort St. Philip on the island of Minorca. So it was under Louis XV. The war fought in Europe, India, North America, and France ends up losing some of its colonial possession and was under national debt. Treasury was again empty because France had to spend huge amount of money on soldiers and war equipments. Thus, France was under debt. The rest of the part I will tell you in the next video.